welcome back to another episode of Reach Your Happy with Laura. If you cannot tell, I am not in my normal space today. I am with my family this weekend and I have to go get my nieces and nephews from school, so it's going to be brief, but I really wanted to deliver this message. So, as we know, if you tuned in before, I share things and I say me, right? I'm telling you a story about my experience on some level. And you shake your head in resonance. Yeah, oh, I understand. Like, there's a part of you that deeply understands what I'm saying. Because I say me, but I mean us. I mean we. Because we are in this life together. We all experience birth, death, and suffering in between. We experience joy and all the range of emotions, from dark, deep depressive moments to pure bliss and gratitude. We experience them all as the human race. But I want to remind you today about our different lessons that we're here to learn. Because what my lessons are and what your lessons are completely different. And that's a wonderful thing, you know? We learn different lessons and experience things so differently because our soul came here to evolve in a very particular way. And I truly am believing that there are no accidents, there are no mess ups, there are no wrong turns. It's this divine orchestration. And really, the way a teacher of mine, his name is Ram Dass, you can find him on YouTube. He's passed in the physical form, but he is very much a presence in my life. He talks about this experience being what he calls life school. We're all in life school together. So let's just imagine for a moment a university, a college, even a high school, whatever it is, a school, an actual physical building. And you walk in the first day and I look at you and I'm like, hey, I'm Laura. What's going on? What's your name? You tell me your name. I'm Sue. Hey, Sue. What class are you going to? And you're like, tough parental lessons. What are you up to today? And I'm like, oh, healing trauma from the conditions and wounding that I didn't even realize was trauma. Oh, okay, so like I won't see you in class, and it's like, well, I'll see you at lunch maybe. Maybe we'll crisscross paths at grieving our mothers. Maybe that's where I'll see you. You know, it's like all of us and every single person is attending a different class each day. Even when you think, oh, we're in this together. Someone's learning something that you're not, and vice versa. And it makes so much sense that we have relationships, because it's like, I want to learn. Like when Brad, my fiance, listens to a podcast, he's like, are you ready? I'm like, tell me everything. And it's like, because we're transferring information. And it's not just in what you learned from a podcast, but it's also in how are you being in the world now that you've experienced that. What's different about you, how you carry yourself, how you dress, how you connect, how you hold someone when they're hurting. Like, all of it is teaching each other. So it's not just happening in the physical building when we're in our individual classes, but it's also happening during our recess, our interactions, out at the bar, at a cookout, at a pool party, wherever it may be, in traffic. We are all still attending life school. And when you think about it, it's no wonder we're like, we need a break sometimes. We just feel like we need to close ourselves out from the rest of the world and just chill. Well, yeah, because life school, there's no weekend. It's constant. Even when you go on vacation, you think, shutting off from life. Yeah, right. Life school is a permanent state of being. Everyone is always learning something in their own unique way. And sometimes life school tricks you a bit. Sometimes, or it doesn't trick you, but its rules are a bit different than actual school, and that can get confusing. There, the lighting's funny. So in actual school, they do the lesson plan and then the test, but often in life school, we get tested and then we learn the lesson later. So it's a bit backwards. It's not like normal schooling, but yet we're all in this together. That's my point. So again, when I share a story and I say I, me, Laura, my experience, I'm saying us, we, because you resonate with my work because we all come from the same source. So I'm sharing some tidbit of information you already maybe know on some level. I think you do. I think we all know things on very deep levels. And it takes interactions and life experience to really awaken that and remind us of that truth. So yes, I'm talking about we, I, the collective I, thyself, like us all together. So whatever your particular life lesson is right now, whatever curriculum you're taking in the school of life, remember when you are butting up against people, your differing opinions are causing such discomfort, just remind yourself, I'm taking a different curriculum. They haven't taken Trig 3, so they're not really understanding what I'm saying. And likewise, I haven't taken AP English, so I can't quite communicate it like they can. So it gives you a break, it gives them a break, but it shifts the whole experience of being a human when you think of it as everyone is in life school with me. Everyone is learning at their different levels of learning, and it's quite a beautiful thing how the universe orchestrates the perfect lessons for our soul, our body, our mind, our history, all of it. So whatever you're up against today, tomorrow, the coming weeks that follow this time that we are together, reminding yourself when you see someone suffering, remind your mind, they're in life school. And I've suffered too, not like that, but that's not my life school learning. That's not my curriculum. That's their curriculum. And I can judge it and I can think, oh, that's shitty curriculum. I can judge it and say, oh, they have a better dean than I do. You can do whatever you want, but ultimately, who you are, who you came into the world as. I always remember who, babies that I've seen from baby and growing up. I'm like, I'm going to remember who you were when you came in, and I'm going to remind you of that because that is the essence of you before life really got piled around you. So you came in with a particular attitude, a particular mood. Like I came in real spicy, real demanding, loud and aggressive. And through life, I have really softened. I still have the spice, but I have learned to soften and love and be more gentle. So we all come in with a different particular list of lessons we are bound to learn. So if you don't learn it over in that relationship, I will promise you're going to learn it over in this relationship. So there's like no running away from our lessons. So if if something keeps confronting you, alarm goes off. Ooh, this is a lesson. This is a part of my teaching. I'm not wrong. I'm not bad. I'm not unworthy. I am in life school. Let me just check the time. We're good. I am in life school, and that's why I'm up against this. It has nothing to do with my inherent value. It's just the way things go. We learn lessons, and we learn lessons from the birth canal all the way through. And so again, if you have a child, if you're looking at another suffering, people who have been affected by shootings from whatever kind of beyond our conception of like what's possible, all the different things that have unfolded in life, we can't discount how people feel, and we cannot discount how deeply they're suffering and the reality of what it is. And we got to sprinkle on a little side of, and they're learning really big lessons in this. A big problem has a big solution. Problem and lessons kind of go hand in hand. Every problem has a massive learning curve to it. It's part of why some things take longer than others. It's like, well, if it's a really big dream of yours, if it's a really strong belief of yours that you've been trying to shift for some time, like, yeah, the process to it is going to take as long as it needs to take for as large or as small as the problem is. So I am just feeling so deeply that everything is in perfect order. And I know that may seem bold of me to say with what's going on in the world, but I do believe there is a balance that's happening, and that the life school that we're in, I guess maybe somebody informed us, like before we incarnated into a physical body, that like, buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. Not only are you going to have your challenges, you're going to watch people you love and people you don't even know have challenges that are going to impact you and shape you into the personality and it's going to shape your experience, along with the really deep lessons you're bound to learn one way or the other. So like I was saying, if a lesson continues to come up for you, understanding there's nothing wrong with you. This is a really profound, deep, important lesson that you're learning here. And just because you look at your neighbor and they're not going through it doesn't mean they don't have their own form of this lesson, that they don't have their dose of stuff on the curriculum list that you just don't want to go towards. I remember looking at my curriculum in college and being like I'm cool with the first half, but the second quarter, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do that? And I did it, right? And it's like you find a way. When you're in the thick of a lesson, you find a way. That is the beautiful thing of being a human. We are freaking resilient, aren't we? We are. So on that note, I bid you farewell. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think about this. Even share what your life lesson is that's happening for you right now. Alrighty, I will talk to you soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.